right here on FS1. Let's head over, check in with Colin Coward. Hey, Colin, what's on the show?
I don't know. I'm watching what's behind me.
I know.
Aaron Rodgers was great. We know he's great. Green Bay, though, has a problem. And Cleveland, America, get ready. Brown fans are about to get obnoxious over the next 2 months. That's coming up.
All right, thanks, Colin. Time for our final topic of the day. Tiger Woods is in the record books again. Just 2 months after having surgery on his knee, Woods won his 82nd PGA tournament, and he ties Sam Snead for the most wins in tour history. Tiger led the field with 28 birdies and won by 3 shots. So, Skip, how surprising is it that Tiger won this tournament?
I had the privilege of watching those last 7 holes yesterday, and it was even more stunning than Tiger winning the Masters last year. At least he had won the Tour Championship to end 2018, so you sort of saw the Masters coming.
Wow.
He had off-season knee surgery. This was his first tournament. It took 5 long days because it was rain-plagued and required a Monday finish. And trust me on this, because I've watched Tiger closely. I have never seen him drive the ball more consistently under pressure than he did all 5 days of this tournament. Way to go.
Well, Skip, for me, I'm not surprised that he won because I believe that he could always win tournaments. I'm surprised that he won the Slam because winning tournament golf and Slam golf are something entirely different. You hear all the golfers say that. And considering how he got off in this one, Skip, he bogeyed the first 3 holes, and then all of a sudden, he lost his mind with birdies, and then he never looked back. Once he got the lead, Skip, I mean, what he's doing now after all that he's gone through, some of it, some inflicted, with all the injuries, the back, the knee, the Achilles, for him to continuously find ways to reinvent himself and win, you have to be impressed with what he's doing.
And as he said yesterday after the tournament win, he said, I have to do it with my mind because I can't even remotely hit the ball as far as I used to.
Right.
So it's not physical anymore. It's just mental. He's doing it with his intangibles.
And it just goes to show you where he's shifted, Skip.
Yeah.
10 years ago, Tiger Woods wouldn't even thought about playing in this tournament. But now, this is where we are, Skip Bayless. This is the Tiger that we're moving forward.
It was a high quality.
It was. He had some big names up there to lead for.
Congratulations
Yeah.
to him.
Give him
By
credit.
the way, would you believe I once played a round of golf with Sam Snead?
Really?
Oh, way back, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
A Tiger keep on playing like that, I might get him for like 2 holes.
Okay.
Really?
Might can get him 2 holes.
Shannon,
You
said
don't
a
think
lot
so?
today about him.
You don't think so?
That's it for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern. Force right now in a game that was really never in question. The Niners rolled the Panthers 51-13. San Francisco had 3 interceptions and 7 sacks, while the offense had 232 yards on the ground and averaged over 6 yards a carry. So, Shannon, could the Niners go 16-0 this season?
Look, they put man on the moon, so anything's possible, Jenny. But no, they're not going 16-0. But looking at their schedule, they still have a couple of games against, I think, the 49ers. They get 2 games against the Cardinals. They're at New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken, at Baltimore.
Yep.
So, I don't think
weeks at Baltimore and at New Orleans.
Yeah, Skip, I don't think they'll go 16-0. But
How about 15-1?
Skip, I was about to say, but 14-2 is not out of the realm of possibility either, though. Skip, they're legit. Their front 7 is legit. They can get after the quarterback, and we touched on this a little earlier. Nick Bosa is the real deal. Skip, I know it's early, and his brother is a hell of a...
No, it's not too early to say he's the real deal.
Skip,
so is his brother.
Yeah, his brother. But, boy, I mean, he can do it all. He can rush the passer. I mean, you see the athleticism? Allen tried to throw a pass. He jumped up and caught it. He took off running. Allen tried to catch him. He stopped, put on the brakes, shifted, went back the other direction. He's for real. Their defense is for real. The only thing that concerns me, Skip, in 6 of the 7 games in which Garoppolo started, and he started all of them, he's turned the ball over. You're not going to always win games 51-13, 51-10. I think they scored 41 the previous week. Some of these games are going to be nip and tuck. You turn the ball over in a nip and tuck ball game, Skip, you get your butt beat. Are they going 16-0? No, I don't believe they'll go 16-0. But would I be surprised if they went 14-2? Absolutely not.
I hate to say this, but we thought December the 8th was going to be the game of the year at Foxborough, Kansas City at New England. Guess what, boys and girls? It could be at New Orleans. It could be San Francisco at New Orleans. Will that not be for a lot of
that
NFC
might be for home field advantage throughout the playoffs in the NFC.
And I'm not going to be surprised if San Francisco doesn't go to New Orleans unbeaten. I'm not going to be surprised because they're better than Seattle, and they got 2 left with them. Can they beat Green Bay at home? I think they can. Can they win at Baltimore? It wouldn't shock me if they won at Baltimore the way they do it.
Yes.
Because They run it and they play defense.
Ooh, and they really play defense.
And they take it away. So they're second in rushing in the NFL, which Kyle Shanahan is good at. He's got a flow going.
Yeah.
With Breida and Tevin Coleman, and it's like
Breida got
boom,
hurt,
boom.
and Coleman stepped right in and didn't miss a beat.
Well, here they go. And then the defense just gets better and better. And so I had the two games on yesterday. I had Cleveland at New England on one TV on the bottom, and on another TV on the top, I kept trying to watch San Francisco and Carolina.
Right.
And every time I looked up, the 49ers were like little kids jumping up and down because they'd taken it away again. And I saw a sequence featuring Richard Sherman in which, if we could see this, he had one interception in his hands, and it was going to be a little bit of a difficult catch, and he couldn't hang on. Oh, my God, I had it. And right away, he gets that one.
Yep.
Look at that throw. It's like he was the intended receiver. He's just standing there and playing zone, right? And it just hits him right in the hands.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad is that, or how great? It's like the magic carpet has taken off.
And that's what happens, Skip, with turnovers. Once you start getting a few, it's like New England. It seems like every game, somehow the ball finds their hand, and those guys don't miss.
And if New England were not on a historical defensive pace, thanks in large part to the lack of competition so far, that this defense would be historic, right? This would be leading in every category. And yet, what is the X factor, as you point out? The quarterback.
Yep.
The quarterback has 9 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't know. He's lost a couple of fumbles, so he's tied for 8th in the NFL in giveaways. Jimmy G is.
Yep.
And what did he do yesterday? He threw a bad pick.
Right.
And he got sacked in the end zone for a safety, which was not the prettiest sight.
And that's the thing, Skip. You would think, why is a team that can run the football like this, why is he turning it over so much? Because a lot of times the guys are wide open, because when you put that ball in their belly and they roll over and you come up out of it, Skip, guys are stepping up because they got to stop this run.
Yep.
And that's the thing that concerns me about this football team, is his ability, his inability to protect the football, be it interception or fumble. And that's not a good thing, because that'll get you beat. And that'll be so disheartening. A team that's this talented and the way they play defensively, to have your quarterback make one fatal mistake, because this is not like baseball. You're going back, Skip. You know, the road team won 2 games, the road team won 3 games, now you're going back. 1 game, you're going home.
Gone home. Which brings me to my potential postseason scenario. Let's just do the hypothetical. Let's say they win all 16.
Right.
And they get 2 weeks off for a home playoff game.
Right.
Okay.
And let's say somebody, just pick a team, Green Bay.
Right.
I don't know. Green Bay, Dallas, whoever it is, goes in there, and because Jimmy G throws 3 picks, they lose. Is it possible that they would cut bait with Jimmy G and want to take Tom Brady, let him to come home? Yes, they would. Yes, they would. I can imagine. There was a report, and I can't remember who had it yesterday, that it's possible Tom would consider the Chargers because of the L.A., and they're moving into the new stadium. Was it NFL.com? I can't remember.
I did read that as well.
Okay. Yeah. But I brought that up on the show last week to you. I said, don't write off the Chargers here, because they loved living in L.A. They had a house in Brentwood. God bless Brentwood right now, because it's under siege from fire. Hope all those people are okay. But the point is that he lived in Brentwood for a while, and he off-seasons in Brentwood, and Alex Guerrero is from L.A., and Tom House, his sort of throwing coach, lives in L.A.
Yeah, I know the Chargers would be a sexy pick because of L.A., and, you know, they got some good receivers, but I believe the 49ers would be a better situation.
It would be, well, how? Would that not be perfect?
Because they can run it, and it'll take some pressure off of him, and he doesn't. Tom Brady's still a great play-action quarterback, and they got some receivers, and they still got the means to go out and get another big-time receiver.
They do, and the tight end is a stud.
Oh, George Kittle's for real.
Stud.
George Kittle's for real.
For him. Geez, 7-0, first time since 1990. I was 3 years old. That's impressive.
Wow.
Guys, another team we need to pay attention to.
do.
Deshaun Watson, is he proving that he can carry the Texans to the Super Bowl? That's next. Well, Antonio Brown made news over the weekend with several tweets that ranged from saying he was working on writing a movie script to him saying that Derek Carr should send the Rolex AB gifted him to Tom Brady. Brown also tweeted that everything was calculated to put him in his current position without a job, and the truth will come out soon. So, James, in your opinion, what is going on with AB?
I think right now he just has a lot of time on his hands, and he's not used to having to be in the position that he's in. So he's filling that void with, just shooting back at whatever tweet he finds maybe